So for some reason, my last video does not have sound regarding Scorpio season and the re-entry of Neptune into the sign of Pisces today. So I'm just re-recording it, and in this particular energy, I felt like it was depicted through the Six of Swords. I pulled this morning in the reverse. And as we enter Scorpio season, we have this deep energy of the integration of the new moon in Libra. Now, what I found is because there's something called a yod representing in the sky, we're facing a lot of things again. It's kind of like, yes, Neptune's in retrograde. We also have like a finger of fate, which is this very pointed, directed energy. And it's telling us that we can't escape this lesson. A lot of this lesson is about seeing what goes on in the world. And this card, the Six of Swords, is about a family leaving a situation and going to better ground. Now, the way that I see the Six of Swords is this is a father, a mother, and their daughter. The way that the Illuminati tarot deck depicts this card, or at least I've been reading this tarot deck since like 2016 through 2017. I think I got this deck many years ago. I always see this as the father looking at the daughter, and the daughter's looking at the mother, and I always see in this card that she's with child. Now, in this card, I interpret it as they're leaving a place, a storm is brewing, and they're going over the water with the swords. Now, swords in the tarot depicts our mind that creates our reality. Because Neptune, the planet of the ocean, of our subconscious, what we think, swords depict air, our mind, our thoughts. Water is the current, that energy of creation. So what in our mind we're creating that we're leaving behind? What are our dreams saying? What are the things in our life telling us that we need to leave behind to go to higher ground? A lot of people, this is very literal, especially in the United States. We have a government shutdown. A lot of people are redirecting their thoughts on what we were told to do, late stage capitalism, and the fact that we are in the age of Aquarius. So I wrote this in my journal this morning about this Six of Swords reversed. Hopefully, this time there's audio. The Six of Swords returning to sacred land. Now this could be figurative or literal. Shadow work. Shadow work in the reverse, meaning you've seen this before. You've been going through this before. You're revisiting a very hard thing in your life, whether it's connections, relationships, but it's from a different perspective. Why I say connections and relationships is because yesterday, the 21st, we had a new moon in the sign of Libra. Then the sun today enters Scorpio. So we're digging through the emotional situations that have occurred in our life that we can't avoid right now. And it's from a very emotional, psychological perspective as we enter Scorpio season. So Neptune entering the subconscious sign Pisces today, yet our mind, these swords in this tarot card, shapes what actually becomes into the physical, 6 being the number of the material. So I saw this card, if I were to redraw this card, as a drawbridge. And I saw this card as like they're going through a causeway right before a hurricane, and they're in the eye of the storm, or they're right in the calm before the storm, maybe is a better way to say it, as opposed to like the storm hit, they're in the eye. It's like the calm before the storm, the cloud, there's maybe lightning coming down or thunder brewing, they can feel it coming through. So with Neptune re-entering the sign of Pisces today, we also have Neptune stationing direct on December 10th, and then Neptune will go back into the sign of Aries fully until 2038, I think, on January 26, 2026. Now, the reason why I'm bringing up Neptune is there was a yod in the sky, or there's a yod in the sky with Uranus, the planet of chaos, in the sign of Gemini, which is sextile to Neptune. That was just in Aries yesterday. This morning at 5:51 a.m. re-entered Pisces, so they were in a sextile. And then the moon, the new moon at 28 degrees of Libra, was technically in a yod, and when that moon went into the sign of Scorpio, was in a perfect yod yesterday. And then tonight, when the sun enters Scorpio, there is a yod effective in the sky. It's just not the perfect yod with the 0 degree Neptune, 0 degree Uranus, and 0 degree Scorpio. But there's an influence of this is a sacred lesson that has to happen right now in society, in culture, in reality, and we can't avoid it. And I wrote the harmony and balance between women. So I'm going to keep doing these videos, whether I call it like sacred feminine astrology, intuitive feminine astrology, the sacred womb astrology. I'm figuring out what I'm doing. I'm being deeply called to talk about the sacred womb and the fact that this Scorpio season is the season of the sacred womb and the strengthening of the community, leaving behind old ways for higher consciousness. Because this card ultimately is they're going to higher consciousness, new realms. But once you commit to the journey, that's when the tests happen. That's when the tests come through. And your journey might be different from the person next to you's journey. But at the end of the day, everybody has a sacred journey that they're on. And that's what these last 48 hours have been calling people towards. So I hope this helps. If you want to work with me, you can DM me, and I'm going to have a link to my website up in my bio. So thank you so much. I hope you have a great day. Have a wonderful Scorpio season. Happy birthday, Scorpio.